you? Good morning, 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 good morning. Good morning, Unity San Francisco. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to start that traveling music that gets people up the stairs. Today will be a contemplative service, I promise. Just not at first. We have to give you a little bit of party, and then we'll bring it down, okay? Give you some happy, happy, joy, joy. If you're downstairs, this is your call to come upstairs. I'm young and I'm foolish. I made bad decisions. I block out the news, turn my back on religion. Don't have no degree, I'm somewhat naive. I made it this far on my own, but lately that hasn't been taking me higher. I lift up my head and the world is on fire. Dread in my heart and fear in my bones, and I just don't know what to say. Maybe I'll pray. Maybe I'll pray. I haven't tried this before, but I'm gonna pray. I've been wounded by church, confused by the Bible. I am still here and perspective is vital. Won't get on my knees, this pain will cease. Been broken, alone and afraid. I'm not a saint and I ain't no sinner. I don't want to lose, but I fear for the winners. I try to explain, but the words run away. And that's why I'm standing today, because I pray, I pray, I pray with a glimmer of hope. Yes, I pray. Right now, let's pray. I affirm and believe it is so. Come on, won't you hold me? Affirm in the prayer field, please. Spiritually freeing, 'cause prayer changes everything. Prayer changes you and me. Yes. Won't you hold me? Affirm in the prayer field, please. Spiritually freeing, prayer changes everything. Prayer changes you and me. I'm gonna pray. I'll pray with a glimmer of hope. Right now I'll pray. And so it is. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the contemplative service. That was contemplative. No, promise. I'm going to give you contemplative. I'm going to give it to you. Good morning. My name is Misa Malone. I'm the Minister of Music here at Unity San Francisco, and I welcome you all here in the room and online. And if you're downstairs, why? Just saying. Everything, all the goodness is happening right here, right? I'm sorry. Is this on? All the goodness is happening right here, right? That's what see, come on, Unity San Francisco. Come on now. It's a contemplative service, and we will get to that place where we can take you introspectively. We have a wonderful guest speaker today, Reverend Eleesabeth, our minister of poetry, is going to talk to us about this. But right now, we're going to open up with an understanding about the blessings of prayer. I'm going to have Ryan Harvey and Callie Carvajal come on over. And they're going to help me sing this. I was too afraid to believe it, or felt that I just couldn't receive it. My season's gone, so why do I need it? This was the story of my life. Told so much that I wasn't worthy. The ones I love, well, they all just hurt me. I shouted but felt nobody hurt me. I became the victim of the lies. See, everybody goes through the trials, but not everybody comes out whole. I started slow, but I'm climbing high, affirming the truth the world will know. I will live, I will thrive, I will win with tears in my eyes. Might be judged or criticized only by those too afraid to try. I'm standing on the blessings of prayer. See, I've exchanged my pain for something greater for me. Right now, not later, for all you've been through. Blessings of prayers waiting for you. Prayer, ooh, prayer. Blessings of prayer. Hey! I was too afraid to believe it, or felt that I just couldn't receive it. My season's gone, so why do I need it? This was the story of my life. Told so much that I wasn't worthy. The ones I love, well, they all just hurt me. I shouted but felt nobody hurt me. I became the victim of the lies. See, everybody goes through the trials, but not everybody comes out whole. I started slow, but I'm climbing high, affirming the truth the world will know. I will live, I will thrive, I will win with tears in my eyes. Might be judged or criticized only by those too afraid to try. I'm standing on the blessings of prayer. See, I've exchanged my pain for something greater for me. Right now, not later, for all you've been through. Blessings of prayers waiting for you. Prayer, ooh, prayer. Blessings of prayer. See, prayer's not material things, none of the treasure this world can bring. It's when you embrace that you're divine, and then you know what real love means. I'm standing on a prayer, ooh, prayer, prayer, blessings of prayer for you. Prayer, ooh, prayer, prayer, blessings of prayer for you. Prayer, ooh, prayer, prayer, blessings of prayer for you. Prayer, ooh, prayer, conviction-filled affirmative prayer. I will live, hey, I will thrive, I will win with tears in my eyes. Might be judged and criticized only by those too afraid to try. I'm standing on the blessings of prayer. See, I've exchanged my pain for something greater for me. Not now, not later, for all you've been through. Blessings of prayers waiting for you. Prayer, ooh, prayer. Spirit-filled affirmative prayer. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is a gorgeous day in San Francisco. I hope it is a gorgeous day in your consciousness, in your mind. Yeah? And wherever you are across the nation, I hope that it is or around the world, I hope it is a gorgeous day in your world and in your consciousness as well. So we welcome all of our friends online watching us right now. I am Reverend Ken Daigle, and I am the senior minister here, and we have a special service in store for us. We started out with that burst of energy. Wasn't that incredible? Let's hear it for our music team again. Woo! And now we're going to take you on a journey within. We've done the outside, and we've done the expansive and the joyful. And yes, we can know the joy from a place of contemplative understanding, a place of joy that passes all understanding. We can let the world swirl around us and stay centered in the beauty of who we are. I'm going to invite Misa to come and open us with a prayer from, there's a Lenten booklet that Unity publishes. It's called In the Garden this year. And today we're reading from which page?
We are on, good question. Page 28.
Page 28.
Saturday, March 22nd.
There are pamphlets in the chairs in front of you, and we have a one or two left out in the foyer. If you're new here, please take one of them. Take them home. And if you're a regular here, take them and hand them to someone. Let them know who we are and what we can bring to them. So Misa's going to read a reading by our own Reverend Deanne.
Saturday, March 22nd, 2025. I release bitterness. We all carry situations, people, and experiences that negatively impacted our lives. Things done or not done, said or not said. Events that we continue to relive may be painful touchstones that reinforce and legitimize our bitterness and resentment. Sadly, that bitterness is corrosive to our own soul and no one else's. It eats away at our sense of well-being, joy, and happiness. It impedes our capacity to heal and move forward. It keeps us mired in the past and allows that situation to dictate our future. You can release bitterness and reclaim your future. When the past is more alive than the present, focus on one blessing in your life right now. Meditate and center in love. Cultivate gratitude and present moment awareness. Practice affirmative prayer and shift your focus from what wronged you to what supports you. Moment by moment, you can consciously reinforce and legitimize the good in your life. We have an affirmation. I release bitterness and embrace the love and support all around me. Will you know that with me? I release bitterness and embrace the love and support all around me.
So we take this moment to breathe, taking in all the oxygen we can, releasing all the carbon dioxide we don't need. This process repeats itself so unconsciously throughout our day that we don't even think about the power of release. But today we affirm that I have the power to release everything that no longer serves me. Today we know in our heart space, right here and right now, that all is well. Standing and sitting in the present moment, all our needs are met. There is nothing we lack. So I invite you to stay with me in this prayer and know the truth that we are connected to the infinite and the divine. We are connected to the source of all, and we are a conduit for that good. We release everything that we don't need, and we let bitterness roll off our back like a duck in water. We are here, fully present, fully awake and aware, fully alive, and celebrating the truth of who we are. We are magnificent expressions of divine life. In this moment, we celebrate the truth of our divine making. We celebrate the good manifesting in our lives. And we celebrate the wholeness that always exists. And so it is. And so we let it be. Amen. Ashe.
In the calm of the silence, I am listening now. I am still, I am quiet, I am whole. In the calm of the silence, I am listening now. I am still, I am quiet, I am whole. In the consciousness I rest, one with divine idea. Deep in my heart, I affirm what I hear. In the calm of the silence, I am listening now. I am still, I am quiet, I am whole. In the calm of the silence, I am listening now. I am still, I am quiet, I am whole. And now stand the Spirit, holy, divine, claiming my peace and the life I design. In the calm of the silence, I am listening now. I am still, I am quiet, I am whole. In the calm of the silence, I am listening now. I am still, I am quiet, I am whole. I am still, I am quiet, I am whole. Still, quiet, I am whole.
Ashe.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, good morning, Misa. Good morning,
morning.
Unity San Francisco.
Good morning, this is Tyler, one of our prayer chaplains
Yes.
and platform assistant for today.
Yep, good to
Welcome
see
in,
you.
welcome
Good
in.
to be here with you.
So,
There's a lot going on.
lots going on in the world.
Yes.
Yeah. I know for me, it's got my anxiety level up, so I'm really retreating into practice.
Right. It makes me think about that, what is it to retreat to that inner space, to go to prayer, to go to meditation, to go to contemplation of larger spiritual truths that do not change.
Indeed. And even if you're new to Unity, or if you're still learning, even just breathing.
Yes.
Just square breathing. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4. Just focus on your breath. It is amazing what that little bit of reset, especially in the middle of a crazy day, just that little moment of reset will reset your entire perspective.
Yes.
It's literally a breath of fresh air. See what I did there? You see what I did? Yeah.
I also really was thinking about that churches throughout history, one of the things that we've done is we've been kind of a think tank a place to come and share ideas. And especially if we're studying large spiritual ideas that we're all divine, that there is love, that then becomes equality, and then that becomes taking a stand for one another. But throughout history, we've seen rights expand and contract. We're in times of change, but there is love. There is spiritual ideas that people that have gone before us have studied and stood for. We stand on their shoulders today. But in the midst of me trying to be informed, I then have to remind myself to quiet and return back to that contemplative, meditative space.
Indeed, it's easy to become reactive. It's
Yeah.
easy to become triggered rather than glimmered, right?
Yeah.
Irrespective of where you stand on either side of whatever issue. Right now, the inundation of media, whether it's on TV or your phone or emails or social media, it doesn't matter. We are bombarded by triggering things. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So it's really important to have a practice, whatever that practice is. Whether you meditate for an hour or you meditate for a minute, meditate,
Yeah.
right? Take that moment and pause. We had the Discover event here last weekend. We talked about the power of the pause. They took a whole day. Don't take a whole day. Take a minute. Take 5 minutes. Take a break. Walk. Breathe. Honestly, it will change everything.
Yes. And it's one of the ways that we take care of ourselves so that I can then meet the needs of the society in a calmer, more loving, grounded space. Ken mentioned the swirl. And then I say, wait a minute. There are unchanging truths that then we then implement them as best we can in an imperfect world into policies that look out for the most vulnerable amongst us. That is not going to change. It's these
Preach,
loving
Tyler.
ideas, and then we try to implement. And so we have prayer, and then we have discussion, and then we also have action. But today, we're talking a lot about prayer.
We're talking about prayer and meditation. We're talking about having that practice that keeps you grounded and keeps you focused in the midst of whatever storm. Because we're all going through the maelstrom that is the United States, but most of us are also going through the maelstrom of our daily lives. And having that practice where you can stop and center and just remember who you are. And that the things that are happening are not happening to you. They're happening, but they're not happening to you. And just reset, recenter, and then move into a place where you can step forward in love and not lose yourself or step outside of yourself and do things that you were triggered to do.
And so we take these loving ideas and we say, how can I then create an affirmation? How can I create something to stand for? And here at Unity San Francisco, we stand for unapologetically inclusive. And then we build an affirmation around it. And then we come and we practice it, we speak it. My speaking it then it helps change my own mindset. And as we dialogue about it around the lunch table, and then we find out how to apply these ideas. So I want to invite us to use this affirmation to declare again that we as Unity San Francisco are unapologetic in our stand for inclusivity.
A world that works for everyone, without exception. So this is our affirmation. I'll say it once and I invite you to know it with me with conviction. Had to put that on there because. So I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. Know that with me? I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. Absolutely, yes.
So it is.
So it is.
Right. I want to draw your attention to the Sunday Bulletin, and if you don't have one, just raise your hand and one of our ushers will bring you a Sunday Bulletin, because inside of there is something we call the Spiritual Connection Card, and we invite you right now just to fill it out, whether you're here for the first time or you've been here hundreds of times, and let us know who you are and how you found out about Unity San Francisco. It's also, if you're online, there's a link dropped in the chat for Spiritual Connection Card. But on here is also a space for you to mark if you're a first-time guest. And if you're viewing electronically, let us know that you're a first-time guest. We'd love to send you a little gift electronically. But if you're here in person, we have a Unity magazine or other publications for you to choose from, little gifts, little tokens of love, and just thank you for being here. We're going to return to this spiritual connection card a little bit later in the service. As we've already mentioned, we love to practice meditation at that time of going within, and so we offer different opportunities. One of the really beautiful ones is every Sunday morning we have a sound meditation before the Sunday service. It's at 10:15 in the morning, and it's here in the sanctuary, but also broadcast online through the Zoom room. And we invite you to join us on Sunday mornings, 10:15. During the week, there's a 12 noon, 15-minute meditation. It's online. Go to the website to have that break in the middle of your day to recenter and ground ourselves. And go to the website, click the Zoom link, Monday through Friday, 12 noon. And then we're really proud of creating a library on our website that's not only of these inspirational ideas in the Sunday talks, the inspiration that comes from the music team, but also meditations. They can be 5 minutes or 15 minutes, and you can take any time of the day or night to go to the website to find that opportunity to refresh your spiritual knowledge of who and what you truly are. Now, we have an annual meeting that happens every year. It's going to be happening next Sunday, so we invite everybody to come to the annual meeting. And everybody, we are invited, members or non-members, because we want everybody to be informed about all the activities, the behind the scenes of what goes on to create Unity San Francisco. But if you'd like to become a member, we invite you to join us and go to the website and fill out the membership application. And also, if you've been a member, it's part of our bylaws. You have to go to the website every year to renew. But this is important because next Sunday, we're going to have that opportunity to vote for members. So be sure to do that before the meeting on next Sunday. Right here in the sanctuary, it's going to be for all of us live, but also on Zoom. It's at 1:30 next Sunday. And next week is a potluck Sunday, a fifth Sunday of the month. So we're inviting everybody to bring their favorite dish to share with loved ones. But Unity will not be providing food, just we're relying on the community next Sunday. So bring one of your favorite dishes to share with everybody after service next week. Now, right after this song, we're going to have an interactive meet and greet, a time to share love with one another, but also if you're viewing with us live online, it's the time to go to the website, go from YouTube, go to the Zoom room so that you can be part of this interactive meet and greet and sharing of love. But for now, I invite you to stand as you're willing and able. Let's lift our voices in love and let's sing together, I Am Light.
The things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. Light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. Light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. Light. I am divinity defined. I am God on the inside. I am a star, shining peace over it all. we have reached our time of interactive meet and greet. Please love on each other. Please respect people's distancing and make sure you say hello to our online community. Welcome and happy Sunday.
Hey, Kate, can you hear us? Cool.
Hi, everybody. Hey, Noelle. Hey, Kate. Hey, Laurie. JD. Luna, Stacy, Matt and Lily, and David. Hi, everybody. Happy you're here. We're having a ball here. Hope you're having a ball where you are. All right, and Lucinda, there you are. Michael. I feel like Miss Sherry in the romper room saying hi to everybody. My magic mirror.
Hey, Tom. It's Tom and Tyler. Hi, Kate. Hi, Lori. Hey, Lucinda. Hey, Luna. Hey, JD. Hey, Noelle, Stacy, and David. Good to see everybody. Thank you for being here.
Happy Sunday. Good to see you all. Oh, so many people. Great. Somebody else want to say hello?
Hi, Digger.
Thank you for
Hi,
sharing time
everybody.
together.
So if you haven't had a chance
See you soon.
to say hello to everybody yet, I promise there'll be more time after service. I promise there'll be more time after service to say hi to everybody. All right, everybody. Woohoo! No one's paying any attention. If you can hear my voice, raise your hand. If you can hear my voice, raise your hand. And stop talking. All right, getting you to stop talking is the hard part. All right, everybody. I see you, Alan Klein. Welcome back. I know this is the fun part, and our kids are coming. We have 2 today. All right, Sophia and Roma. Fabulous. So this is the time of service where we get to bless the children that are here. There's a bunch that aren't here today, and there's also the children of the world. As Misa referred to in the beginning, we cannot turn on the TV or any of our devices without hearing about the atrocities around the world. But I want to remember, too, that while the adults are starting it, and the adults are involved in maintaining the culture of war and us against them, that there is a whole group of human beings under the age of 18 who are affected by all the actions of the adults and can feel like they don't matter. So I want us just for a second, I know that these kids deal with it at their schools too and talk about it. And we talk about the world's children in our affirmation, that each and every individual, each and every soul on the planet has the right to love, peace, trust, security, honoring, right? And prosperity. That there is more than enough. Our teaching here is there's more than enough to go around. We live in an infinite universe filled with infinite potential, and we are the ones causing the blocks. We are the ones causing the lack by our thinking and by our actions. So if we think about the children here for a moment, we can think about our affirmation we say, is you are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. When we know that on a cellular level in our body, okay. It does not allow us to treat anyone else with disrespect. So let's know this for these kids and the world's kids, right? You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. So it is. All right. See you guys downstairs. Go have a great lesson. We'll see you after. So we have Easter coming up. Can you believe Easter is less than a month away now? It's April 20th this year, and we have a lot of different events for Easter. We are doing a new version of our flower bouquet. For those of you who haven't been here at Easter before, we start off with a barren stage, and each and every one of us brings a flower, which we'll provide you here, to the platform, and we watch the rebirth of spring happening, and the rebirth, the resurrection of our own dreams, our lives, and our capacity for regeneration is unfolding. So I invite you to come for Easter, to bring friends. It's a great time to show off unity and to show them what we are all about. But also on that Saturday before, we're going to be making all those flower bouquets. So show up on the Saturday. There's a sign up on our website to help us make all the flower bouquets that you can be part of the whole process here. On the Friday before, we are doing an Easter egg hunt for our friends at Rita de Castilla. No, not yet. It must be on an auto advance. I keep trying to advance the slide. Rita de Castilla is a homeless shelter and transitional housing space for women and their children, women here in San Francisco who are living with HIV. And so we're going to do, in the park across the street, an Easter egg hunt for their kids. They have 40 kids living in the shelter, and we are going to bless them. So on the 13th, we're going to make all those little Easter egg and all those presents for those kids. So if you'd like to join us on the 13th, after service, we're going to be folding clothes because we have a bunch of donated clothes for children too. So you can help us sort and get those clothes ready. When they come here on Friday, they'll be able to go through downstairs like it's a department store and pick out clothing for their children and take them home with them in shopping bags. And then the kids will have an Easter egg hunt and we'll feed them after too. So we need volunteers to make that happen. Friday the 18th, that is happening. We will be setting it all up on the 13th. So opportunities to give service here and to the world and to bless the world's children. And then the last one, here we are, Bruno, we're finally there. On the 4th, we're going to do a movie night here on this giant screen for Jesus Christ Superstar. Who haven't seen it since it came out or who never saw it because you weren't born when it came out in the 1970s, right? There we go, right? So Jesus Christ Superstar, the rock musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice. It is going to be shown here. We're going to have another potluck downstairs, so bring food and popcorn, and we'll watch the movie together. And it's all on the website, and you can bring friends and family too to share that experience. So we have a great service for you today. We have Reverend Eleesabeth Hager, our Minister of Poetry, is going to be speaking today. So when I was hired to be your senior minister way back in 2013, can you believe it's been that long already? 12 years? 2013, Reverend Eleesabeth was on the board, and she was part of the search team that found me and brought me here. So I am so delighted to be able to introduce her to you now as Reverend Eleesabeth. She was not Reverend Eleesabeth at the time, but subsequently went to divinity school and also works as a hospice chaplain here in the Bay Area, helping people make their transition to the next life. Many, many, many souls have been blessed, and many families have been blessed by Reverend Eleesabeth's journey. She also leads our meditations here on Sunday morning, and is known as our Minister of Poetry because she has a poem for everything. As her husband is laughing, because it's true. So first we're going to have Misa Malone, and then I'm going to be honored to give you Reverend Eleesabeth Hager. Once again, Misa.
This inner space has the power to set us free. It's the cavern of creation and the truth of you and me. This inner space, an eternity of time. It's the moment of the holy now and the allness that is mine. This inner space contains all that we need. From deep within the invisible flows the living air we breathe. This inner space is flowing in my bones. It stirs my heart, it stirs my mind, and every prayer I've ever known. So I say, breathe, just breathe. Now breathe this peace. This inner space is the ocean of our souls, and when we feel most broken, the truth is we are whole. This inner space connects us one to all, and though it would never push us, it will break down every wall. So I say, breathe, just breathe. Now breathe this peace. This inner space invites us to renew. In all our endless choosing, we become the chosen two. This inner space, it never knows the past. In a quiet place you can hear it, and it might just make you laugh. So I say, breathe, just breathe. Now breathe this peace. I say, breathe, just breathe. Now breathe this peace of this inner space. Thank you.
What a beautiful invitation. Why don't we breathe? What do you say? Just take a breath. It's easy to be afraid in these times. So much is changing, but I am here to remind you that we are made for these times. We are made for change. Today, serendipitously, is spring equinox. It only happens twice a year, where the day and the night are equal. That doesn't happen too much in nature. Nature has a dynamic balance. It's finding balance within the messiness, within the apparent dysfunction all around us. And it kind of looks like our world right now. The truth is that we live in the garden of change. Everything changes on planet Earth. Everything changes on planet Earth. Our bodies are different each day. From birth to death, we are never the same. From moment to moment, we are constantly renewing and declining. These bodies are miraculous time-traveling vehicles for us spiritual beings. Because as we change and everything around us does, we can discern the eternal, what doesn't change. As spiritual beings having a very human experience, I sort of see it as a mortal game of hide and seek, with the greater and the higher secrets itself within us and among us. We tend to search for the divine out there, not in here. Our job is to discern God and discover the sacred. Prayer and meditation are essential tools for this journey. With them, we can see more clearly what we came here to do, what each individual here and on the planet came to do. This week, we're talking about the fourth principle, how prayer and meditation can inspire and, here's my little clicker, can inspire us and help us understand the first principles, the first three principles. But let's do a quick review of the last 3 weeks. It will be a poetic review, because we all need help. These are not easy principles to truly understand. We are deeply into the gnarly vicissitudes here, and we need to employ the help of poets. Our first principle, God is all there is. One presence, one power. God is love, period. Seems pretty simple. We are here to make of our lives a love story. But every one of us has a different love story. Yet there was only one. Millions of near-death experiences speak to this. When people come back from medical death, they say simply and with awe, "It's all love." And they start grappling with the ability to try to explain this amazing experience with very inadequate things like words. It's all love. That's the first principle. Many people, and I think Rev Ken has said this also, if we really understood the first principle, we wouldn't need the other four. Here is our first poet, Rumi. His wisdom as a Sufi comes from the mystical core of Islam, who knew 900 years ago how to count to one. The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet each other. They're in each other all along. First, when I was apart from you, this world did not exist, nor any other. Second, whatever I was looking for was always you. Third, why did I ever learn to count to 3 in the first place? The second principle, we are God, we are divine, we are light, we are it. Tag, you're it. In another Rumi poem, he says, God is in us like an ocean is in a wave. Butterworth said this too, but he copied it from Rumi. The ocean is big, the wave is small, it's a mystery. That's why we need the poets. Our third principle, our thoughts and actions, our emotions all create our world. The truth is, we can't help but co-create. Hafez from 800 years ago explains it this way in a short poem. God and I are like two giant fat people in a tiny boat. We keep bumping into each other and laughing. Yes, laughter co-creates. Love co-creates. So does fear. We are here to talk about the fourth principle, prayer and meditation. They are essential skills to understand and use all this power in inspired and poetic ways. So we might face our fears and move into the fifth principle, which is to do joyous action, that guidance received in the fourth. There is the problem. Even with all this potential power, we are afraid because we cannot access it without the deep work of spiritual practice. Evacuation of old stories that don't work. Let's see, can we back up? Oh, there we go, let's stay there. Where was I? Discovery of better stories, and basically getting ourselves out of our own way. Our spiritual practice can help us ventilate all the embedded fear in us, integrate the power, and focus our manifestation to what we came here to do, to action, which the world needs. Thich Nhat Hanh says this in his book, Fear. Even when human beings are most joyful, there is fear behind the joy because we're afraid we're going to lose what is the joy right in front of us. The world says if we have enough power, we can control things, protect it against loss, always feel safe, and the scary mother of all fears, never grow old, sick, or die. As a hospice chaplain, I know better. But I did spend my first two professions holding on so much fear, even as I had many successes. I had a landscape architectural practice in the Southwest for a decade or so, then a CD-ROM Atlas company in San Francisco for a decade or so. It seemed, looking back, that the bigger my successes in the world, the greater my fears of losing it all. Of course, that happened, because what we focus on happens, right? At the turn of the millennium, it all crashed in, and I remade my life into being a minister, my third profession. The world asks us, how do we get rid of fear? This is the wrong question. According to Seth Godin, which I call him a spiritual marketer, really interesting guy, the only way to get rid of fear is to stop doing things that matter, doing work that might not work, putting yourselves out there, or stop doing what matters in the world. No, the right question is, how do I dance with my fears? Fear is not the enemy. Paralysis is the enemy. And I used fear to do some of the bravest things in my life and in someone else's life when I realized that what I was doing was not what I was put on the planet to do, not mine to do, not joyful. Steve Jobs, in 2005, Stanford commencement address, 6 years before his own death. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Since I was 17, I looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to be doing what I'm about to do today? And if whenever the answer was been no for too many days in a row, I knew I needed to change something. Remembering I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big decisions in life. I did that. I looked for meaning and joy in my professions. But still, my strategy in my first two professions, because I didn't know any better, was to deny the fear, ignore it, and fake it till I make it, right? Fake it till you make it. Muscle my way through. and shove my fear aside, or eat it, let my stomach try to digest it all by itself. It's a great way to get ulcers. Or bury it in some other way. No dancing was involved. I did not really encourage spirit to help. I was intent on doing it all on my own. And perhaps I was more stubborn than persistent. There is a difference. Then at the millennium, it all came tumbling down. My house of cards, the business, my marriage at the time, my beautiful older brother died, my diva mother fell into my care. But the Unity community was there to catch me, guide me, but I was still full of fear. When my 11-year caregiving of my mother was over and she passed away, there was more fear. I inherited with her death my own fear, but the fear in my prairie ancestor lineage that she was holding for me. And I had to deal with it. I already had affirmative prayer down, but I had to learn about meditation to welcome and befriend the fear because I couldn't escape it. I did try. I had to look deeper at what my source was and be mindful and connect to the greater, acknowledging my fear, but not giving it the car keys. We all have inner children to act out when we get stressed, but do we let them drive the car? How do we find the courage to face our fears? We need the help of the higher and the greater. Here's Hafez with a poem called It Felt Love. How did the rose ever open its heart and give to this world all its beauty? It felt the encouragement of light against its being. Otherwise, we all remain too frightened. We humans are afraid of being powerless, but I found that I had the power to look deeply at my fears. And with the higher perspective of prayer and meditation, I transformed some fear. I forgave others. I befriended a few. But I'm rarely controlled by them now if I do my spiritual practices and self-care. If I do that. I align with the higher each day. Here's a true life example of how I overcame fear from my own life. At 17 years old in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I was born and raised, I knew without a shadow of a doubt, body, mind, and spirit, that I would be a minister someday. But I refused the call. I punched the pause button because of my abject terror of public speaking. Yeah. Truth be told, I didn't overcome it so much as I outgrew it with spiritual practice. With prayer and meditation, we can invite the fear up to awareness and look at them clearly, without judgment, seeing them, naming them. Then, and only then, we can take back our power and get out of our own way. We can free ourselves of a lot of learning just by being present. We've talked about this already. Being present, the power of the moment. Being present, take a breath. Stops our focus on living in the past or reliving our wounds. Makes us depressed. Take a breath. Be present stops our worrying about the future, about things that haven't happened. Staying in the present, take a breath. We can powerfully and simply claim safety and peace. In this moment, I am safe. I have enough food. I am in this lovely sanctuary in a community of my peers. It's a magnificent day, and we are breathing clean air. It's spring, and we are alive. Imagine this week the 2 astronauts that came back to the Earth. Think of those astronauts that got stuck orbiting the Earth for 8 months. They thought they were going to be gone for 8 days. Being so separated from Earth for so long with very real uncertainty of if they would ever return. It must have truly seemed like a miracle to touch down into the ocean. Did you know that they were welcomed by a pod of dolphins? The capsule was bobbing and the dolphins were jumping. Truly. Look it up on the internet. The miracle, says Thich Nhat Hanh, is not that we walk on fire or on water. The miracle is that we walk on this green earth. No one can do this for you. This is your life. This is to hide from or to live. It is your moment. It is your space shot. Here's Hafez again, talking about the present, the sacredness of the present moment. Now is the time. Now is the time to know that all you do is sacred. Consider a lasting truce with yourself and God. Tell me, please tell me, why do you still throw sticks at your heart and God? What is it in that sweet voice inside that incites you to fear? Now is the time for the world to know that every thought and action is sacred. This is the time for you to compute the impossibility that there is anything but grace. Now is the season to know that everything you do is sacred. We all have our spiritual work to do. And we have to begin where we are, with the stories that are alive to us and in us. Ken spoke of the misguided ideas of original sin. Thich Nhat Hanh, in his book, has some interesting things to say about original fear and original desire. Here's another thought experiment. Think of the babe just out of the womb. For 9 months, the baby had this cushy existence on a waterbed, being fed, breathed. Your mother breathed for you, but then your umbilical cord was cut. You knew hunger for the first time. You had to figure out how to breathe on your own. There were bright lights and it was loud. You were afraid. This is original fear. And you had to get someone to take care of you. You were helpless. But you wanted to survive. This is original desire. Thich Nhat Hanh says that all of our adult fears come from these fears, these original fears. But we are no longer children and not powerless. But we can breathe on our own and feed ourselves and maybe have some success. But we probably still think that we are sourced from the outside, from the world. That the next lover will make us happy, or that job, or more money will finally satisfy us. I've done a lot of inner child work. It's important to soothe that part of ourselves. But as spiritual beings having a human experience, it's important to remember that we are whole. We are not broken. We will always have an inner child who we need to take care of, to hold with compassion. They are part of us. We are not likely to get rid of them. Befriending them is a wise practice. We don't want to let them drive. Spiritual practice allows the adult you to drive the car. Spiritual practice keeps the car keys safely in your control. But even doing our work, the truth is we are having a human experience, and we are all knuckleheads from time to time. Personally, I'm very fond of the undo button on my computer. Have you ever wanted to hit the undo button on something that just came out of your mouth? Or you texted? Perhaps the inner child just had a tantrum and you were asleep at the wheel. I have not found an undo button, but I have found a cosmic pause button in meditation. We need a regular spiritual practice to gently and patiently move our spiritual umbilical cord from the world to something sustaining, to the higher and the greater within. We can slow down in meditation and pause, the sacred pause. We become aware of the presence, our source in the moment, and then and only then can we begin to take action in alignment with what we came here to do, the unique thing that you are, the unique qualities and gifts that you have. Allowing God to do its part by surrendering to what is and moving forward into change. Our final poem from 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. Wisdom from Tao Te Ching, talking about the spiritual umbilical cord. Each separate being in the universe returns to the common source. When you realize where you come from, you naturally become tolerant, disinterested, amused, kind-hearted as a grandmother and dignified as a king. Immersed in the wonder of the Tao, you can deal with whatever life brings to you. And when death comes, you are ready. It's your life to live. Join us in doing our spiritual practices together. Take an affirmative prayer class. Grab a prayer chaplain. Get a prayer. Take a class from Ken. You will be amazed at how it changes you and your perspective. Start a gratitude practice. Visualize yourself arriving from space, bobbing in the ocean with dolphins jumping around you. Drop in for our noon online meditation. We are live there, doing it for you, 5 days a week. And most importantly, move your spiritual umbilical cord from the changing world to the higher and the greater, source of us all. Connect to holy ground for guidance and the power to act. With love and compassion, we make a better world. So join me now in the spirit of prayer. Please close your eyes, if you're comfortable doing so, and let us drop down together into this spring day. A Mary Oliver poem. After a moment of silence, we'll have a prayer by Thich Nhat Hanh. Let's take a moment. Be present with your breath. And exhale. Hand on your heart. Send love to your whole self. Compassion. It's not easy being on planet Earth. Drop judgment. Be gentle. Take a breath. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, the one who has flung herself out of the grass, the one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormously complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, to fall down into the grass, to kneel down on the earth, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Drop down into the silence of your own heart and connect with Spirit and ask, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? In this moment, I see clearly the presence of the entire universe supporting my existence. I see the umbilical cords from me to you, to the sun, the sky, the river, to the forests. We breathe the air that the forest makes. We eat the food the farmers grow. We are not alone. The whole of the universe supports us and welcomes us home.
As I pray, I find the truth in silence. Meditate and achieve alignment, true wholeness and complete at one ment, inner space. Divine consciousness, as I pray, I find the truth in silence. Meditate and achieve alignment, true wholeness and complete at one ment, inner space. Divine consciousness, as I pray, I find the truth in silence. Meditate and achieve alignment, true wholeness and complete at one ment, inner space. Divine consciousness, as I pray, I find the truth in silence. Meditate and achieve alignment, true wholeness and complete at one ment, inner space. Divine consciousness. And so it is.
Thank you.
Let's have a round of applause for Reverend Eleesabeth. Thank you so much, Reverend Eleesabeth.
Thank you.
Yes.
That was good. Oh, yes, yes.
Being reminded of that space that we can go within to find peace and to remind ourselves of that limitless love. Right?
And I just love the interweaving of the poems.
Yes.
Poems can become mantras, right? Just those words, and just the understanding that this wisdom is thousands of years old.
Yes, yes.
Thousands of years old.
Yes.
It's powerful, powerful.
I want to draw your attention to the Sunday Bulletin again, to this spiritual connection card. And there's something we call spiritual practices. There's a couple phrases that we've offered you, but there's also room for you to write your own affirmation or to put in a prayer request. But examine these 4 phrases and see if they ring true for you. And if they do, I invite you to put your intention in motion. This week I declare to myself and to the world that I'm going to focus on these things. So here's some suggestions. See if they fit for you.
Right, so this week you can choose to take affirmative prayer for a spin. If you are recovering from a previous faith tradition, affirmative prayer is a slight stretch in that it's not beseeching. It's affirming what you know to be true with your spiritual understanding of how life works, right? So stand in your authority, stand in your dominion, speak it with conviction, and affirm that it is so, right?
Yes, practicing affirmative prayer. Another thing is to start a gratitude practice. I text one of my friends weekdays in the morning about what am I grateful for. It's a way to shift my perspective away from the moldrums of daily laundry over to what am I grateful for? I have a washing machine, right? So there's different ways to practice gratitude, even for the simple things. I am alive today, I am breathing.
Indeed, and just be present. You can choose to be present with your breath. Find yourself in a moment, whether you're road raging because you're in this beautiful Bay Area traffic, or there's just something going on in that day that is causing you to feel like you're stepping outside of yourself. Just stop and just breathe and be present in that moment and allow yourself to reset. Yeah.
Practicing gratitude. I can also choose to be present with my breath, like Eleesabeth was saying. Focusing. Is that what you were just saying? The last one is drop by our daily online live meditations. That's Monday through Friday at 12 noon. Go to the website. Join us for that time to go within.
Indeed, indeed. Lots of options on the website. In addition to our spiritual practices, we have a spiritual discussion group after service as well. So once you've finished all this joy in the room, you can go downstairs, grab yourself a plate, and then join our online community to continue the discussion about different practices, different ways that you can research and dig in and understand get a better understanding of how prayer and meditation can shift your focus. So you can continue that conversation downstairs with the rest of our family. Let's just put it that way.
Right. And we always practice the giving of time, talent, and treasure. We have the opportunity to realize that I am an unlimited divine resource, and then I can choose from love to find an organization to give of my time and my talent or of my treasure. And so we invite you here at Unity San Francisco to support us with your finances. There's a variety of ways to do that.
There's a variety of ways. There's the old-fashioned way. We will accept a check either dropped off or sent to 240 Page Street, San Francisco, California, 94102. Or you can click on this QR code on your screen or in your bulletin. We also have a link being dropped in the chat. Lots of different ways that you can sow into this community. In the seat back pocket in front of you, there are envelopes for those of you here in the room. We accept cash. Cash is still king.
And so we're going to invite our ushers to come forward.
We're going to invite the ushers to come forward as well.
And for us to say our affirmation, our giving affirmation. So whatever you're giving today, to hold it in this. We give with abundant love and joy. As we give, we receive. Together?
I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Yes.
So it is.
Thank you.
Thank you, ushers.
So we're going to have a couple quick announcements here. This Friday, we're partnering with a group called Modern Elder Academy. I know it sounds interesting. I'll just leave it like that. Modern Elder Academy is a group founded by Chip Conley, and it is about what we do in our midlife transitions, how we prepare for the next stage of our lives. And it is an amazingly powerful group. And this film that they're showing here on Friday night is about how we come together in community and how community can expand and elongate our lives. So we're going to show you a little quick clip from the film right now.
This is Bob. Bob's a big fan of clubs.
I belong to everything. That's my high school bowling team. I'm the tall one in the middle.
And this is a film about why you should join one and how Bob discovered that the fate of America depends on it.
Harvard professor and award-winning writer Robert Putnam.
You've been described as the poet laureate of civil society.
Robert D. Putnam, for deepening our understanding of community in America.
He made people pay attention to a concept that most people had never paid attention to.
Social capital. Social capital. Social capital. Social networks have value.
I'd like to call on Professor Robert Putnam, who gave us the concept of social capital.
Number of people who know one another's first name, the number of people who take part in community organizations, the level of trust and reciprocity in the community. The places that have better government are the places that have a long history of social networks and social capital. Your chances of dying over the next year are cut in half by joining one group.
Bowling Alone. Where'd you get the title?
I happened to run into a friend who owned a bowling alley, and he said, gosh, Bob, you don't know it, but you've stumbled onto the major economic problems facing my industry, because although more Americans are bowling than ever before, bowling is up in America. Bowling in leagues, bowling in teams, is off by about 60%. Everything that reflects connections with other people are going down. How many times last year did you go to church? Down. How many times did you go to a dinner party? Down. How many times last year did you go to a club meeting? In barely a couple of decades, half all the civic infrastructure in America had simply vanished. It's equivalent to saying half of all the roads in America just disappeared.
Everyone has a feeling something's happening, but then he's got charts to actually show what's actually happening.
Whatever's happening to people's sense of mutual obligation, to their understanding about the common good, to their willingness to trust their neighbor, is no longer going on because people are bowling alone.
The book Bowling Alone, which you're familiar with by Robert Putnam.
The activity may still be going on, but there's no social capital being built. That decreases the trust we have in one another. How lonely Americans are, how divided.
You know, he may have been onto something.
We have to see loneliness as a threat to our health security and to our overall national security.
We are trying something that hasn't been done before, which is growing and sustaining a multiracial democracy.
Politics and policy ultimately depends on the social health of our country.
Organization, connections with other people, is the only way you get big change.
Democracy is a pain in the ass. If it was just easy, no one would have to go to a meeting and it would all just be fair and easy. You should join, your kids should join, and if there's not an organization you want to join, create one.
America doesn't have to be the kind of America that you've lived in your whole life. You could decide to change history.
Yeah, join or die. It's an interesting title, but it's about how you can add agency to your own life. So we ask you to sign up to join it. Invite everybody here, bring a friend. It's another way to join a social club by coming to this group. There's a sign up online. There is a $25 fee for the film. We paid for the rights to produce the film. That goes to cover that and the hospitality they're serving after. My husband, JD, is going to interview a founder of a local organization, a new startup that helps people join clubs and expand. So there'll be some social interaction, just like the film. That's Friday evening here. Our next announcement, come on back up, Tyler, is we have our Transvisibility service on Saturday of next week. So it is a group of trans people coming to talk about what their lives are like and how we can all partner with them. So that is, I can't see it right here, it's at 2 o'clock on Saturday. 2 o'clock on Saturday. I invite you to come with us. Yes? Oh, is it wrong on the screen?
It's 2 to 3:30.
It starts at 2 o'clock. 2 to 3:30. So please check out our website, bring some friends. It is, as we're talking about all this in this community right now, a lot of us don't like what's happening in the world. Well, this is a way we can take positive action to shift that. This is a way we can show up and say we stand in solidarity with our trans brothers and sisters, right? We can be the change that the world needs. So I invite you to share this with friends, to put it on your social media, to let people know this is happening, and to come and make a stand for positive change in the world.
Yes,
Right?
supporting our trans sisters and siblings and brothers and sisters, yes. Oh. Thank you for that. Trans Day of Visibility. I signed up this morning. I'm excited. Another thing that we're doing is that we have the Gay Men Spirituality Group hosted by David Montecalvo.
Raise your hand, David, so people can talk to you about it after.
Yep. And we're going to be having a Celebrate the Divine Within. It's a 5-hour workshop on Saturday, April 5th from 12 to 5. So go to the website, sign up, and come and join the support for gay men who have that spiritual hunger in our hearts. Because something I learned is that it feels like spirituality was taken away from our people group, but we have come back to say spirituality is for everyone, including the gay men too. So come and join us for this workshop.
And now I'm going to invite to platform Terry Wade, who's going to talk to you about a group she's leading here. Everybody, this is Terry.
Hello. So good to be here.
Stepmom to the lovely Sophia we saw earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, my little bonus daughter. So we're doing a Course in Miracles workshops April 8th. It's on a Tuesday. It's going to be online. So by a show of hands, has anyone heard of A Course in Miracles?
Oh, yeah.
Yay! Oh, yeah. It's an amazing text. It's also subtitled The Foundation for Inner Peace, really moving from fear to love, how to have a peaceful state of mind, just a loving attitude, and joy in your heart, just on the day-to-day living and beyond.
Right. So if you have any questions, you can see Terry after or see myself. Please sign up. Again, we keep saying this because, you know what, you Unity folks, don't sign up. You just show up and they go, well, where's the link? And you have to sign up to get the link.
Yeah, the link's on the website.
So that's
Love
great.
to see you there.
Thanks, Terry.
Yes.
And welcome back, Tyler.
Yes. We also have an affirmative prayer workshop. Affirmative prayer is one of the gifts of the New Thought movement to the world to help us evolve our way of praying. Instead of the divinity that's out there that I'm begging to forgive me, I start out with I'm the divine. There's a few steps. You can come to this workshop. It's going to be on Friday night and on Saturday, and it's on April 11th and 12th. It is a prerequisite. If you're interested in becoming a prayer chaplain, then be sure to come to this workshop. But it's really open to everyone who's interested in learning more of this metaphysical technique of how to approach prayer.
Yeah, and it's a powerful weekend. It's a Friday night and Saturday all day. I'll be part of it. Dave Cooperberg is our lead prayer chaplain. All the prayer chaplains will be part of it. This is an amazing. You leave transformed. So I invite you to sign up for that.
Yep.
And thank you to everybody. So if you'd like prayer with a prayer chaplain today, they will be here after service. Thank you to everybody who made today's service possible. It literally takes a village. We do have some fabulous hospitality available downstairs. And I invite you all to stand as you're willing and able for our closing song. Take it away.
Let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. Let me learn from all the ways I fall. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. We're going to just do a really quick shout out, ladies and gentlemen, and those who choose not to choose. Our music director, Arthur Koo. The one-man band. We have a spiritual affirmation that we would like for you to anchor to carry with you through the week. If you don't remember your spiritual practices, remember this. I anchor my spirit to the eternal divine source. Can you know that with me? I anchor my spirit to the eternal divine source. And so it is. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me pray in a holy, holy way. Let me pray in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me pray in a holy, holy way. Let me pray in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in
We got to stand way back here, I guess, to be on the camera. Where is it?
Hi.
Over this way.
How are you? Good.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? Yes, I can. Happy Sunday. Nice to see you. Hey, Noel, and Mr. Summer. Oh, there. That's better. Hey, Kate. How are you? Mary, Luna, Lily, Lori, yeah, Lawrence. Hey. Who else is there? Hi, Stacy. How are you? Good. It was a wonderful service today, did you think? Yeah? I enjoyed it here. I hope the online experience was great. Oh, my God, here comes that singer person. Oh, my God.
Luna.
No, I'm good. No, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. So we had a slightly more low-key Sunday this Sunday. What do we think? So contemplative. I mean, as contemplative as I can get. I mean, my mouth is big. Efren, come on. Our lovely, one of our amazing sound people. He's responsible for what you hear every Sunday. Efren.
Hello, everyone. Of course. Do you guys have any specific feedback by any chance about the service on your end? Okay. Oh, no, yeah. I've seen old live streams. For sure, I've seen the drastic improvement, yeah. Yeah, that's good to hear. Oh, I was just saying, yeah, that's great to hear.
Poetry. How was the poetry? You're welcome, Lily. Hey, Lori. Hey, Lori. Wasn't it fun? So much fun. Yeah, so much fun.
And they're using yellow?
Poetry. You know what? It was fun to do. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, no, it's interesting because Luna probably knows this, but the fear of public speaking is higher than the fear of death. I've heard, I mean, survey after survey after survey, you know, it's not a small thing. But anyway, fun, great fun. Yeah. So I guess you guys are going to hang out for the spiritual salon.
Yeah, we're going to go downstairs. Brian is down there.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
What?
Come over.
Have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.
Thank you, Art, for all you do.
Bye.
Hold on. We can't close this out without David.
Hey, everybody. I've missed you guys. How are you all? Good. It's good to see you. Kate, Noel. I love your background, Noel. Luna, Stacy, Lori. Lily, I don't think I've met you, but good to meet you. Oh, Liliana. Oh, I didn't see. I know who you are. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, my gosh, you're right. Oh, well, I've missed you all, so it's good to see you. Have a happy Sunday. Bye.
Thank you. So, come on over here. This gentleman helped out today in service, and he was awesome. You know, he was out there and he helped collect and he meted and greeted. And that's what we need. We need people to step up like this. So I just want to acknowledge that he did a great job. Can you say hello?
I'm Herman. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Yeah. I'm Colombian. Ah, excelente. Un gusto, un gusto. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone.
Thank you, Herman. In case you didn't hear me, hi, everyone. I was told I have to say it. Luna, hi, I miss you.
Make sure you stop and eat.
Anyway, have a good week, everyone. Good to see you.
Okay, you guys, I can feel it. I don't have my sensor on me. I'm diabetic, but I'm feeling like I need to get down there. My sugar's getting a little low. So I'm going to go downstairs. Love to see you guys each and every week. So thank you. Thank you for showing up. And Kate?
Do you know anybody by the name of Alex Smith?
Alex Smith.
We've been bombed during this service by an Alex.
I don't know a Alex Smith. I'm sorry.
I won't let him in though, because I think he's probably the same guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You might. Does anybody know a Alex Smith? No. That would be no. The tech team is saying no. So I'm sorry, Alex, if we did not let you in. We're sorry. But we have had some incidents where we have to be careful. Yeah. Thank you for being vigilant, Kate. I appreciate it. Again, I need to go, though, because I feel I'm getting clammy. Love you guys. Take care. All righty. Bye.